Big U's murder victim revealed details in federal RICO case. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it. Let's get right into it, man. There's a whole lot going on right now. Big thing is self-snitching at an all-time high. Of course it is. But let's see what Poetic Flocko got to say about this.
Indictment. Big U starts off the video pleading to the public to believe he's innocent. He believes that this is a witch hunt because he's doing things for black people.
Okay. This is my last video before I turn myself in. I'm with my family. Talk to my sons. I talk to everybody, man. I'm just saying, people are supposed to help me. I hope you help me. Hank, you don't worry about it. A lot of stuff y'all hearing is straight trash. And I appreciate the love and I appreciate people who've been helping me. I don't know. It's hard helping black people.
I ain't gonna lie. I said earlier, I dropped a short. Say I don't understand. You complain about all the people talking on the internet, but when it looked like when you break it down, your man Keefy D was first doing this. You think that they would learn from watching Keefy D?
And not being hunted for doing it.
First Street, it might be I don't know if it's to the right or the left.
Reach out to anybody who can help me, y'all.
You hear me?
Help my own family. Appreciate y'all. Go.
I'm not saying the narrative that Big U is being hunted is false, because he quite possibly could, right? He quite possibly could have pissed off somebody, but I don't think Big U is being hunted for helping black folks. I feel like that's not even a possibility, because there's a lot of people who help black folks. There's a lot of people with nonprofits and programs for black folks who does a lot for black folks, and they're not in federal RICO indictments, right? Right? Like, they're not being accused of murder. They're not being accused of extortion. There's not multiple victims coming out and saying that I had to pay this person $25,000 a month to operate my business. They're not being accused of robbery. So
let me show you the this is wicked. This I ain't gonna lie. This is nasty. This is self-snitching at an all-time high. Of course it is. But this is worse than that. Because when you start looking at the details of what they talking about, and like I said, man, everything on this channel is allegedly, man. This is crazy, man. Poetic Flocko breaking it down. He doesn't understand everything about this. This is why I'm using his video. You know what I'm saying? Salute the bro. He came through the channel a couple of times.
History entrepreneur running a music label, and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles.
I was on I Smoke Hip Hop yesterday, and I had it confused. I just thought this was some Nipsey Hussle shit. This is way deeper than that.
Funding a South LA-based charity, developing options, which purports to help at-youth risk escape gang life.
At-risk youth.
And escape the perils of gangs in high-crime areas. The facts alleged in the complaint.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what's going on, I'm about to give you so much details into this shit. It's crazy. I try to stay away from it, but nah.
Paint a very different picture. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar, and a cheat, and the criminals that enabled him. For example, Mr. Henley engaged in a murder of a musician signed to his label in 2021 and dumped the victim's body in Las Vegas off of the I-15 freeway. He then attempted to evade and obstruct the investigation into the murder, including ordering witnesses not to speak with law enforcement.
Let's run through the murder of Rayshawn Williams.
These are some bold ass claims, y'all.
And exactly why they're tying Big U to the murder of Rayshawn Williams. Rayshawn was signed to Big U's record label, Unique Music. So on January 20th, 2021, Big U sent Rayshawn Williams to Vegas to record music in a Grammy-nominated studio. He got an Airbnb for Rayshawn Williams, and he paid for the studio time for a week. Rayshawn Williams was to record a bunch of music, and afterwards, Big U would choose which music he can get behind according to the affidavit. But according to the documents, when Rayshawn Williams got to Vegas, he really wasn't taking advantage of being able to record in a Grammy-nominated studio. He would record one day, take the next day off. They won't see him the following day. He come back, and then they don't see him again. So the Grammy-nominated studio, right, one of the employees contacted Big U, and they let Big U know, hey, bruh, you paying for studio time, but homie ain't really coming to record like that. Big U, being really annoyed, according to the court documents, hopped in his vehicle with one of his right-hand mans who goes by Robinson. So Big U and Robinson hopped in the car, and they drove to Vegas. Big U popped up at Rayshawn Williams' Airbnb at about 2 a.m. on January 24th. When confronted by Big U for being lazy and not recording, Rayshawn Williams would tell Big U that he didn't go to the studio a couple of days because he didn't have a ride to the studio. It's unclear exactly how that discussion went, but it couldn't have went too bad because Big U will still schedule a studio session for 7 p.m. that day, and Rayshawn Williams would join Big U at the studio a couple hours later, around like 9-ish p.m. So Rayshawn Williams and Big U went to the studio, according to the documents, and they recorded records and heard the other records that Rayshawn Williams had recorded, and they left the studio around 12:30 a.m. Officials believe that Big U turned off his phone shortly after leaving the studio with Rayshawn Williams because Big U's phone stopped reporting data shortly after 12:30 a.m. But officials will say they know that Big U drove the vehicle with Rayshawn Williams in it back to the Airbnb because around 1:13 a.m. they arrived at the Airbnb, according
My boy is cooked. He's cooked.
to the surveillance footage, and Rayshawn Williams got.
And you know what I find interesting about this shit is the Brick Baby situation, where they saying that Brick Baby was tied into the Lil Durk joint. They got a video. Matter of fact, there's a video of Brick Baby saying, I don't know if he was trolling or whatever, but this is again. This is not only self-snitching, but this is also not knowing what the fuck to say on the internet, man. You know what I mean? Trolling to get you swollen. All right. Now look at this.
I want to know. I snitched on Durk because that inside me the OTM. Come on, listen, bro. Listen, we got to plug the streets in. I'm plugging them in. Talk about Durk. Talk about the snitch stuff. Talk about something. Durk, you want me to? I want to know. I snitched on Durk because that inside me the OTM. Come on, listen, bro. Listen, we got to plug.
Well, I don't know if he was just playing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But that's not really the right thing to say in this climate. You know what I mean? In this climate, what I mean is that when the feds is outside, man, it's better to stay inside and shut the fuck up. Especially when you got real information on cases. Yeah, I need to be quiet. Because even if, listen, even if you didn't witness something, you just saying that you heard, you know, that gives somebody the right to come and say, where did you hear it from? Now, Big U is I mean, he basically said that 600. I don't know if y'all know who 600 is. He's saying that he was with him during the raid.
I feel like
running raids.
Like, even if he is being haunted, that's something that he'll probably reveal, you know, but it wouldn't be for helping Black folks. Like, no, this is not a Black people problem.
I'm looking at this video as I come in to turn myself in, and I'm disheartened by the fact that they trying to say that I stole something from Developing Option, or I used Developing Option for the front. Developing Option paid my bills. They paid my house note. They paid the bills for my family, the money I made from as an employee for Developing Option. I never mixed that with nothing. I didn't manipulate nobody. I didn't steal nothing. We did PPP loans. We did 2 loans. And that's it, just like everybody else did. I didn't use no fraud.
In my opinion, this is just not the right time to be fucking talking. He giving us, he talking.
You know, no fake names. And one of them we was paying back and one they forgave. You know what I mean? And the other one we attempted for and they didn't give us nothing for it. I filed my taxes and them coming around telling me I was using Developing Option as a cover. Cover for what? None of that's going to be true. None of that's going to be true. The government putting this big ass picture, they want to arrest 21 dudes, some dudes I don't even talk to. I don't even know nothing about. So how the hell you going to lump me in with all them? But it's all a big picture though. It's all a big picture. Now I'm going to be sitting in here, it's going to be years on my life. Then you going to get dudes who I don't even talk to. What they going to say? You ruining people's lives. I heard it's over 21 people that's been arrested. This shit wrong. I'm looking at all these charges on the news. I'm headed back to LA. And then I'm looking at the people they arrested. How you gonna go arrest people that
Denise, sounds like he's panicking, huh?
I don't even talk to? That's a built-in liar right there. You know what I mean? So is that how they gonna work the case? Everybody know I don't f with Kenny. Everybody know I'm Brick Baby. So if you want to arrest certain dudes, and put them next to me, them is the dudes you gonna have to call themselves, turn it against
I thought he'd be out the country by now. You know what I'm saying, Rico?
me. Well, ain't no turn against me.
That's a mistake to me.
First property salute.
This isn't individual cases y'all are fighting individually. No, this is a RICO, a racketeering. This is a situation where if you get found guilty for something, you get found guilty for the same thing.
Aha.
Y'all are all into it together. So when you know
Ramadan Kareem,
and you're going into this knowing that y'all have to have each other back. Y'all have to have an agreement. Y'all have to have a code of silence. Y'all all have to be on the same page. If I take a plea deal,
Aaron, salute. Ardenise, salute. You know what I'm saying? Everybody salute.
you take the same plea deal, bro. Let's get out of here. But when you're going in and turning yourself in and you're pushing division, and you say, bro, I don't mess with this dude and this dude, and you're already putting it out there that you think the feds is bringing Break Baby and Loose Cannon so they could lie on you. You already put it out there that you believe they're going to cooperate against you. Yo, one, I don't think Brick Baby and Loose Cannon is going to cooperate, but if you are putting that out there, what's stopping them from saying,
wow,
bro, like, I know we had our issues, but I thought in this moment we would at least be solidified. But if he's saying
it's weird how the dude that's not from the street sees the shit for what it is, and the dudes that claiming all this street shit, man, the streets is a myth, man. I hope y'all not believing none of these rap songs. I hope y'all not believing none of these old fake ass gangsters. These motherfuckers need to go get some crutches or something. You know what I'm saying? Lanskeezy, salute. Party Artie in the building, salute, bro. You know what I'm saying? Rusty, salute. You know, these motherfuckers need to go get the AARP cards.
he don't mess with me at this point, bro, every man for themselves, homie. I got to do what I got to do to come home. Loose Cannon and Brick Baby.
They saying that there's another sealed indictment with Brick Baby, so it makes you believe that the shit that they was talking about with Lil Durk, that might be it. You know, not to draw no conclusions, but that might be it.
He is thoroughbred, they're loyal. So they probably won't do that. But you start saying that for the average person, bro, it's not going to look good for you, bro. The average person would take that stand and tell them folks what they want to hear after they hear this.
Hold up. Let's get back to let me finish going back into the rapper dude. You know what I'm saying? Because this is crazy. They saying that this Big U's son's best friend, you know what I mean, that he allegedly offed.
Out of the vehicle and went inside and grabbed all of it.
Okay.
Because Big U's phone stopped reporting data shortly after 12:30 a.m. But officials will say they know that Big U drove the vehicle with Rayshawn Williams in it back to the Airbnb because around 1:30.
Now, Rayshawn Williams, okay, for the people that's just getting here, because you might not understand this, right? The kid Rayshawn Williams is the rapper that the son's best friend that got killed.
They won't see him the following day. He come back and then they don't see him again. So the Grammy-nominated studio, right, one of the employees contacted Big U and they let Big U know, hey, bruh, you paying for studio time, but homie ain't really coming to record like that. Big U, being really annoyed, according to the court documents, hopped in his vehicle with one of his right-hand mans who goes by Robinson. So Big U and Robinson hopped in the car and they drove to Vegas. Big U popped up at Rayshawn Williams' Airbnb at about 2 a.m. on January 24th.
This shit nasty, y'all. This ain't my normal type of work, but this shit right here is nasty. This shit get deep right here. I'm gonna just let it play through.
When confronted by Big U for being lazy and not recording, Rayshawn Williams would tell Big U that he didn't go to the studio a couple of days because he didn't have a ride to the studio. It's
So little ass kid, this nigga is a young ass boy, man.
unclear exactly how that discussion went, but it couldn't have went too bad because Big U will still schedule a studio session for 7 p.m. that day. And Rayshawn Williams would join Big U at the studio a couple hours later, around like 9-ish p.m. So Rayshawn Williams and Big U went to the studio, according to the documents, and they recorded records and heard the other records that Rayshawn Williams had recorded, and they left the studio around 12:30 a.m. Officials believe that Big U turned off his phone shortly after leaving the studio with Rayshawn Williams because Big U's phone stopped reporting data shortly after 12:30 a.m. But officials will say they know that Big U drove the vehicle with Rayshawn Williams in it back to the Airbnb because around 1:13 a.m. they arrived at the Airbnb according to the surveillance footage, and Rayshawn Williams got out of the vehicle and went inside and grabbed all of his belongings, despite the fact that Rayshawn Williams' flight wasn't scheduled until the following day and the Airbnb checkout wasn't scheduled until the following day. So Rayshawn Williams grabbing all of his belongings from out the house was kind of suspicious according to officials, but he grabbed all of his belongings and got back into the vehicle with Big U according to the officials. Per the Airbnb footage, Rayshawn Williams and Big U would drive off together. Big U's phone wouldn't come back on or start pinging information until about 2:15 a.m. A witness at the studio would say that Big U returned back to the studio without Rayshawn Williams at 3 a.m. in the morning. Now, the witness would say that Big U was drenched in sweat, and when they asked Big U what he was doing, he said that he just left the gym. About 6 hours later, Rayshawn Williams' body was found in a ditch near North Vegas at about 9 a.m. in the morning. Now,
these niggas is savages, man. These niggas are fucking savage.
Police believed, or they determined, his death was a manner of a homicide. Investigators believe that between
over this song
1:13 a.m. and 2:15 a.m., Big U and Rayshawn Williams.
Oh, how old is Big U? Can somebody get a chat and tell me how old this motherfucker is?
Drove away from the Airbnb. Big U drove Rayshawn Williams to North Vegas, shot and killed Rayshawn Williams, and dumped his body in a ditch, and then drove back to the studio drenched in sweat. Investigators will say, according to witness testimony, that Big U and Rayshawn Williams had an altercation at the studio before they ultimately left together. And the altercation stemmed from Big U discovering that while Rayshawn Williams was in Vegas, one of the songs that he recorded at that studio was a record that could be interpreted as a Big U diss track. According to officials, they have a witness account of the altercation, but they don't.
Like 60 years old, stop? No, God.
Don't have the footage of the altercation because shortly after Rayshawn's body was found, Big U instructed the studio to delete or remove all equipment that was in the studio the night that the altercation took place, as well as delete all the surveillance footage. So they don't have the footage of the actual altercation, but they have a first-hand account of it. And that's why they're charging Big U with the murder of Rayshawn Williams.
Answered questions when he was down there. They asked him when the last time you saw this person or this person, that person, and he told them, oh, 6 months, a year. Nigga, it's not believable that a human being went that long without washing their hands because your skin get up under his nails. You know, you had to see him, so he kind of himself saying he ain't been around him, but his DNA, but that ain't even the worst. The worst ain't even come out. So I told Six until it come out, you don't say nothing, it come out, it's in the blog.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Wack.
From my perspective, I don't know about them 6 months. The 6 months is kind of like, bro, if there's eyewitnesses who seen you at the studio that night, it's kind of 6 months is hard to believe, especially if this is somebody who used to live with you. This is somebody who was signed to your label. Not seeing them in 6 months, but they're signed to you is kind of like, I don't know about that one. But in terms of the DNA, there has been some misinformation being spread about Big U's DNA being found under the fingernail of Rayshawn Williams. The truth about that is they did indeed get Big U's DNA, and they did indeed test it. Now, the DNA results came back inconclusive, but we can't exclude him completely, meaning Rayshawn Williams probably had multiple people's DNA under his fingernails, right? He probably had his girl, had his mom, right? So they're saying that we can't completely say Big U's DNA is here, but we can't say it's not either. So it's inconclusive. Investigating this murder and trying to really pin down Big U was the beginning of this entire investigation into Big U Enterprise and the RICO we currently see with the Rolling 60s. Without this murder, this investigation in RICO never happens. But this murder isn't the only charge on this RICO. They're charging Big U, as you guys just heard, and his associates with robbery, fraud, human trafficking. So let's get into some of these charges and really break it down. So let's get into the human trafficking charge.
Henley's criminal enterprise also engaged in other crimes, including transporting prostitutes across state lines.
My bad, y'all. This is nasty work here. I think low-key Poetic Flacco happy about this shit.
Extorting strip clubs.
According to officials, Big U utilized this woman right here, Armani Afalaj, who he was also...
Now watch this one, because this, I don't understand how she getting, you know what I'm saying, how she starts ratting, and then this is crazy. Her story is wild.
Intimate with. He utilized her to transport 304s across state lines often. So she would recruit the women to come to Big U parties when he's chilling with the boys. Now, according to police, one of these interactions was actually captured on wiretap, which is severely underwhelming. When we hear the charge human trafficking, I'm thinking something crazy, right? Like busting down some 304s, bro. I guess it's considered that. The human trafficking dates back to an incident that took place November of 2022, which really highlights how long they've been investigating for. So in November of 2022, Big U paid Afalaj $1,000 to transport 3 women from the Central District of California to Las Vegas to engage in prostitution and other crimes under Nevada law. The feds, being armed with this information, decided not to go to Big U because that's who they want. They decided to go directly to, let's call her by her first name, Armani. So the feds went to Armani and presented her with everything they had. They said, yo, we got the wiretaps, bro. Do you want to be honest with us? And she kept it honest with them. June of 2023, they went to her house and they told her they got the wiretaps, they know everything that happened, and they planned on charging her with sex trafficking if she don't cooperate and speak to them. So she admitted that she promoted prostitution, but she did say that she doesn't think that she's a pimp. She's just known for bringing the hoes around whenever she's asked to bring the hoes around. Now, according to Armani, we call her by her first name now, she told investigators that she provided Big U with women as long as the women were paid. That representation is corroborated by a series of, when Armani said she was bringing 7 women to Big U, and after which Big U talked to Armani and others about her being upset when they did not get paid right away. According to Armani, she told her women, cash, charge them before you hit. Cash before smash. So apparently when the women was coming around and they were smashing before getting cash, you know, some of them was getting shorter. You feel me? They wasn't getting the full amount, and Armani wasn't having it. So that's on wiretap as well, of them having that conversation of why you're not paying my girls the right amount. Here's where the story gets a little crazy. So
DBC though,
she talked to the investigators. She let them know, yeah, you know, I provided women for Big U. He paid for it, et cetera, et cetera. So she agreed to meet the investigators at a particular time and date. But the investigators told her, hey, bro, don't tell Big U we talked to you. You got it? So she agreed, right? And her no.
DBC though slow, bro. Hey, yo, this nigga, the way he breaking it down. See, the lame niggas be winning. I'm gonna tell you something, man. It's the gangster niggas that be telling and the lame niggas that be paying attention.
Knowing that she's on wiretap, by the way, right? Because the police is is showing her and playing her the wiretap of their conversation and saying, yo, own up to it. And that's why she owned up to it. So knowing she's on wiretap and knowing the investigators told her, don't talk to anybody about this.
God.
As soon as they left, I'm talking about that day immediately, there's a wiretap conversation of Big U, Armani, and others on the phone where Armani is telling Big U the feds just came by. The document says, however, after they told her, don't talk to Big U, wiretap communication between Big U, her, and others showed that after Armani's interview,
and he was smashing this chick. Oh man, this is about to get crazy. This is wow.
She met with Big U, and
I thought Big U would be sitting in Bollywood fucking Russell Simmons by now.
Other Big U Enterprise associates to discuss her interaction with law enforcement. Those calls started right after the interview with an associate calling Big U, demanding to talk to him immediately about money. On that call, Big U made sure that the caller kept Armani where she was at so that Big U could meet up with her about it. The next day, Big U and Armani talked on the phone about what happened yesterday. Armani never met with the investigators after the conversation.
Somebody asses an hot oil.
With Big U, and she stopped cooperating, right? She refused to cooperate any further, which is why she was arrested and picked up in this RICO. Now, according to wiretaps, Big U was talking to another associate, let him know while on the phone, while on a wiretap, that his lawyer told him that he shouldn't be on the phone. So Big U was well aware. I'm talking about like well aware, like what was going on. So he knew they were investigating him ever since late 2022, early 2023. They're also charging Big U with robberies and a string of extortion that stems anywhere from extorting individual citizens, extorting NBA All-Stars, extorting entertainers, and extorting local businesses.
The RICO charges against Mr. Henley and his associates reflect a pattern of crimes that runs a gambit from extortion to robbery to murder to tax fraud and to human trafficking, all under the umbrella of a well-organized criminal organization led by Mr. Henley. Additionally, Mr. Henley duped the County of Los Angeles by running a nonprofit named Developing Options, which was set up to pull youth out of the gang life and promote anti-gang solutions. Yet Mr. Henley continued to personally orchestrate violent gang activity that impact our communities.
It's at this stage in the indictment, we get introduced to Loose Cannon's role and Brick Baby's role in this indictment. You see, Loose Cannon and Brick Baby were described as essentially Big U's henchmen, people who were under Big U who committed crimes and robberies on behalf of Big U. And there's several instances that they describe. The first instance would be Big U and Loose Cannon in the Dispensary play. So there was a local dispensary paying Big U about $25,000 a month for protection. Now, the dispensary owner got sick and tired of paying it, and he stopped paying it. And when he stopped paying the $25,000 a month, Big U said,
Jermaine struggled for years with dental issues before finally finding Nuvia. Listen to what he wanted most after his smile makeover.
I want to be able to smile at my wife with confidence. I want to be able to look her in her face after 4.5 years and smile without having to cover my face or look away from her and talk. That's it. That's all. That's it.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, they look great.
Wow.
Amazing. Wow.
Wow.
We shot some.
Yeah.
I know we're shocking. Good job, doctor.
Wow.
Good job, guys.
What do you think, Jermaine?
Take our free 60-second eligibility quiz now.
Switching tax services can be a drag and drop. At H&R Block, switching to us couldn't be quicker or easier with our drag and drop feature. Whether you're switching from TurboTax or a different service, just drag, drop, go. H&R Block. Make the switch in less than 2 minutes.
according to the officials, now Big U said, "Oh, okay, you're not gonna play no more. Okay, cool." So, in retaliation, on July 5th of 2021, a couple of Big U associates, about a dozen plus, they ran up in a dispensary with guns and armed. Now, strategically, they ran up in a dispensary with no mask on, barefaced, because they wanted the victim one to know that we are Big U guys, and this is because you didn't pay Big U that $25,000. And one of the dudes involved, as you guys see right here, Tremaine Williams, was loose cannon. They took the belongings of the customers, the owners, anybody that was in the dispensary. They robbed you. Like, it don't matter if you were a customer or an employee, you got robbed. They took the marijuana. They took all the cash from the dispensary. They took it all. Now, here's the part of the story that I found almost unbelievable. Like, I couldn't believe it. All right, if I didn't already hear this story before, I would think it was impossible. So during the robbery, apparently one of the assailants contacted Big U, according to authorities. They put the store owner, the dispensary owner, on the phone with Big U on FaceTime, where Big U is letting him know, "Hey, bro, I try to warn you, man. I told you to keep paying that $25,000. According to officials, now Flacco, I don't want no smoke. I'm just reporting the news, people, all right?" So after they robbed him, they put the dude on FaceTime with Big U, and Big U essentially said, "All right, listen, they taking your stuff to my crib. Come over to my crib, and we can have a conversation about you possibly getting some things back, but we got to reinstate our original agreement." So the victim went to Big U's premises, as you guys see right here, and others were there, including loose cannon, according to the victim. Now, Big U told this person, "That's how you rob yourself." Then Big U demanded $10,000.
BMW said that these old niggas was bugging. Hell yeah, they bugging.
From the victim to ensure that other robbers.
No Jumper. Williams later admitted to his robbery on the Aftermath on the podcast on No Jumper. Oh, man. Jesus Christ. This is just nasty. And then look, Adam goes live right after that. It's crazy that the only way they could get 10,000 people in their shit, you know what I'm saying? Now, you talking about No Jumper, the top of the totem pole. If they got to do fuck shit like that to get 10,000, come on, man, make YouTube great again. I remember there was a cash out with this for everybody, and then all these goofy shit that they doing. You know what I'm saying? Once it start getting police involved and all that, our value just dwindled. Now, anybody that knows about CPM and RPM, that's what we get paid on. Content creators get paid on cost per mile, meaning that the type of content that you providing, it has a dollar amount. It has a value to it. You know what I mean? So basically, if you're talking about shit like this, you might be about $5 per 1,000 views. But if you was teaching people something, you can make, $12 per 1,000. I mean, this type of content, we used to get $12 to $15 per 1,000 views. Easy. Not today. Some of these niggas can't get $1 for this type of content. You want to know why? Because it's laced with poison, bro. Somebody going to jail. Look at the crowd. The crowd is not here to patronize you, and they here for the smut. So that's your CPM. So it doesn't have. It's not the you look at a podcast like No Jumper, right? That shit ain't nothing compared to what these streamers is doing. I Show Speed, Kai Tonight, all them dudes. You know what I'm saying? K, what's his name? KSI. They're doing it. Filthy rich, millions, Mr. Beast and all of them. The value of what we're talking about, there's no value here, bro. That's why I be talking about politics and other things. Teaching people how to garden and getting 1,000 views is better than this bullshit. Getting 50,000 views with this, with nobody that support what you're doing. See, gardening, people, that's a passion subject, right? People donate when they see that you're trying to do something, as opposed to, gossiping all fucking day. because that's what No Jumper is a gossip spot. They blame Adam. They blame Vlad. They might blame me one day. Somebody might come up on this shit self-snitching. Look at my ops. Look at my enemies. I'm at Jamel Saldin shit, and then I see Sha Franks come up in there talking about some crack fiend shit. A nigga like that don't learn. A motherfucker, these people do not learn. They're addicted to talking because they're a bunch of fucking gossipers. All right? And our time that we spend on this fucking internet, and they're allowed to throw commercials like the one that just played when I was going to do something. I was actually on the phone talking to Millies because they're making the slander campaign on my boy as we speak right now. Right? And it's a bunch of internet talk. That's why you see dudes don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? El Blogger salute. Right? You don't see no. I mean, I don't know if y'all get it, you know, but I keep it real. If you have aspirations to do this shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, find something safe to talk about, man.
Did not occur. Now, according to reports, Big U also directed the victim to identify other businesses or dispensaries that he could similarly rob and assure that the victim, you know, would not get robbed himself, and they will also compensate him from whatever they get. They reinstated the agreement, but it wasn't 25 bands a month as it used to be because he was no longer at that peak of business. So they agreed and settled on a lower amount. But here's the thing. Victim one went working with the police, bro. He said, bro, I done had enough, bro. All right. I'm talking. So
they all was talking.
He began to cooperate with the police, and they began to scheme up methods to really catch Big U in the act of extortion, which we will get to shortly.
So basically, it's like,
now this one is bad
because he'll be like he'll manipulate things. Like we'll go and do something, and the same niggas we do it to show up to the house like 10 minutes later when we trying to, you know, counting everything, right? And we be like, how the f they get that? Oh, well, we're gonna just give them like $40,000 back and stuff like that. But because it's actually putting us in
God damn
paperwork, right? And like doing like real police.
Oh, child. Stacy Galore up in here. Oh, yo, we've been all over the sector. We've been all over this sector, like for real. Like I mean, for the next couple of days, I'm not gonna be able to. But Stacy Galore claims free loose cannon. That's right, free that man. You know what I'm saying? I think loose cannon. Oh man, it's crazy.
I seen he get like 20 guns, and when he got 20 guns, he's selling them to the homies. But I'm like, why are you writing down the serial numbers? So,
oh, this is crazy. I seen this video earlier, but you know, y'all know I'll be moving pretty fast. Let me see exactly what's being said here again, man, because this is crazy, bro. I thought a lot of this shit was fake too. I ain't gonna lie.
We'll get to shortly.
And so basically, it's like, cause he'll be like he'll manipulate things. Like we'll go and do something, and the same niggas we do it to show up to the house like 10 minutes later when we trying to, you know, counting everything, right? And we
wait a minute. That shit is wild. Hold up.
He'll be like he'll manipulate things. Like we'll go and do something, and the same niggas we do it to show up to the house like 10 minutes later when we trying to, you know, counting everything, right? And we be like, how the f they get that? Oh, well, we're gonna just give them like $40,000 back and stuff like that. But because it's actually putting us in paperwork, right? And like doing like real police. I seen him get like 20 guns, and when he got 20 guns,
man, how did this slip under my radar?
He's selling them to the homies, but I'm like, why are you writing down the serial numbers? So it's like
Rico squad on my niggas up for the dirt.
He was doing like shit like that, and I didn't catch on. So it was like I'm waking up now. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm
high-tech shit.
I'm his right hand man. You get what I'm saying? So when it came down to like dirt and stuff like that, I'm gonna get it. You get what I'm saying? And then like one day,
you know what I just thought about something? What excuse I gave you? Oh, we're gonna deal with this shit later on. I swear to God, I'm gonna have a whole sector up in this. I'm gonna roast the fuck out of all y'all niggas in the sector.
Why you want to get a dude back?
That ass. Y'all niggas want to talk? I'm gonna give y'all something to talk about on God. on guard. I'm gonna keep you niggas occupied, okay? For real, for real. Fuck whatever problems you think you got. Because I'm gonna show you something. When I get mad, a lot of people get mad at the same time. Remember that shit.
Back to 40, right?
That's the exact sequence of event that took place with the dispensary. Robbed the dispensary. The person is at the house because they FaceTime Big U allegedly, according to the documents, while at the dispensary. They agreed to meet up at the crib. They meet up at the crib. They give the guy a portion of his money back, told him, hey, bro, you got to get back on the payment plan. According to the document.
And Big U getting mad at everybody talking about the shit, but wasn't nobody talking more than Big U. Big U was up in Brooklyn talking, up, you know what I'm saying? He was with the lobby boys talking. He was just talking. And then also, they when they ask these niggas their opinion about other dudes that get locked up on goofy time, they don't fucking and don't make me go make a video, you know what I'm saying, with Big U, you know, commenting on motherfuckers that got locked up and how goofy he was for the shit that they did to get in there. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. It's easy to put that shit together. But see, look, like I think DMW, I forgot who said it earlier. It looked like motherfucker panicking.
Loose Cannon admitting to this on No Jumper contributed to him being charged and indicted for it, because the victim been saying Loose Cannon was involved, but there's no video footage of Loose Cannon.
Yeah, the West Coast, man. I've been going to the West Coast for 20 years, man. The West Coast has normally got their shit more tighter than this. You know what I mean? Way more tighter. You expecting this type of, you know, reckless shit out of some New Jersey niggas. You know, no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Because my New Jersey niggas get reckless like this. They'll get reckless. You know what I'm saying? And New Jersey niggas way more savage than New York niggas, my opinion. You know what I mean? If you really been around, you'll understand what I'm saying. A lot of times, you know, numbers are moved around when it comes down to politics based off of money. You know what I mean? But in reality, them Jersey niggas, they move like Midwest niggas sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Definitely don't move like New York niggas. You know what I mean? But I thought that Cali niggas was a little bit more tight with their politics.
Cannon involved. There's no surveillance of Loose Cannon involved, but Loose Cannon saying this on No Jumper led to the feds indicting him for being involved, because the victim statement and your statement aligns with exactly what took place.
Wow.
So this is bad. In that same interview, Loose Cannon would break down how they robbed Meek Mill at the instructions of Big U, and they were able to extort $50,000 from Rick Ross, but Big U took all the money and iced them out, and that's how they fell out.
Cuz is actually putting us in paperwork, right? And like doing like real police shit. I seen the nigga get like 20 guns, and when he got 20 guns, he's selling them to the homies. But I'm like, why are you writing down the serial numbers? So it's like he was doing like shit like that, and I didn't catch on. So it was like I'm waking up.
Wow.
Now you get what I'm saying? Because
this
I'm
is
his,
high-tech shit.
I'm his right-hand man. You get what I'm saying? So when it came
playing Whack, and we look like Whack is just sitting there listening. It's just crazy, man. They love to blame Whack, you know what I mean? But funny how all these indictments be dropping, you know what I'm saying? And Whack don't got nothing to do with none of this. See, you can't make a motherfucker. I'm not, listen, I don't want y'all to think I'm caping for Whack 100, right? But I'm one of those niggas that if you want to start talking about somebody ratting, you got to give me some solid proof. All right? For real, bro. I get all type of information, and I'm just Mac mean. You know how much information I get, random information. Niggas send me, I'm the information king. You know what I'm saying? In this sector, nobody get more information than Mac me. And I don't tell everybody all the information I get. You can't let these niggas know how much information these people are willing to give up. You know what I'm saying? Now, me, I ain't the police. I don't know if it's true or not. So it's not the type of information I normally pump. But trust me, we get a lot of information. You know what I mean? The last thing you're going to see me doing is spreading information on things I really know about. You know what I mean? Like real talk. I'm kind of asking for it.
Yeah, and into like dirt and stuff like that, I'm gonna get it. Do you get what I'm saying? And then like one day,
you know why he wanted to get a dude back to 40, right? Because he was gonna make dude give him 20 for getting it back.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta have a crime a nigga dead. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people just don't like you and they say you're a rat because a lot of people that's around you is putting themselves in bad positions. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, for real. Vlad don't be making these niggas talk. These niggas go to Vlad and talk. They probably even pay Vlad. Yo, let me get up on your joint so I can crash out and run the truth on your channel because this is truth shit, right? These niggas be putting themselves in these positions, man. You know what I'm saying? And then they get mad when somebody talk about it. It's public.
Of course.
And kept you out of it.
Of course.
Like them transcripts I got of a particular case.
He did that to when I did that to Meek Mills and Rick Ross.
What'd you do to them?
So
the club when you sweated them in the club?
Yeah.
Dude, and Meek and Rick have no idea that Draw sent you at him.
Yeah. No, yeah, they sent that because I called Ross. I'm like, Ross,
boy, this shit getting crazy.
Drop off the 50,000 and we're gonna let Meek live on Crib. So Ross dropped off the 50,000. And so me and the homies,
this is nasty work, bro. Come on. I didn't even know all this, Lansky.
We go back. He stopped answering the phone. He stopped picking up.
Loose Cannon and Big U's relationship, as it's identified in the document, it's similar to Big U's and Brick Baby's relationship. Now, Loose Cannon is indicted for doing robberies on behalf of Big U.
And PSA, I'm gonna embarrass the fuck out of you niggas in the sector, man. I'm gonna really, really do some emotional damage, bro. I'm gonna concentrate on you niggas for 1 week. I'm gonna dog all, and by the time I'm done, like always, all of y'all gonna be fighting each other again.
Brick Baby is also indicted for doing robberies on behalf of Big U. On November 11th, 2022.
Oh, watch how these motherfuckers separate. It's like they gonna go to hell and be like, hell no, I don't want to be associated with that nigga. Yeah.
Brick Baby and Big U had a conversation that was wiretapped. During that conversation, Brick Baby identified as Mitchell. Big U identified as Henley. Mitchell, Brick Baby, was, having a conversation about how much money Brick Baby should give to Big U in the recent robbery they partaked in. Now, if we scroll down, you will see Big U is talking to another gentleman in a wiretap call, and that conversation goes, they robbed which is Brick Baby, from some ish. They made a ninja call his plug, and then they booked him. So in another wiretap call, Big U was talking to somebody who confirms that Brick Baby made somebody call their plug, and then they robbed the plug. And apparently,
somebody asked is gonna burn for this shit.
Big U only got a portion of the money because they had to split it between 5 to 7 people. And remember the owner of the dispensary that allegedly got robbed by Loose Cannon and Big U? Well, that owner began to cooperate with the feds, right? Began to cooperate with police. And they began to record all his interactions with Big U. When Big U called demanding he bring his weekly payments, when he pulled up to give Big U the weekly payments, all of that got recorded on video. This is one of the dudes I really feel bad for. He was just a legal business owner who opened up a dispensary in the wrong neighborhood that was ran by Big U in the rolling 60s, because you can see here, they agreed, give us $2,000 every Monday, and he had to bring $2,000 every Monday, 8 bands a month. It got to a point where, the agreement didn't even matter, right? According to the document, Big U would call him and be like, hey, bro, I need $3,000, right? I'm trying to get a gift for somebody. And he had to bring the money whenever he was called. And when he don't, well, you see threats right here where it says in the document, Big U told him, do we need to do another takeover like we did before? I think dude was ready to play ball, but once it gets to a point where, you're literally being drained dry, you are being drained so dry that you don't even have enough to live. Like, you don't even have enough to run your business. Like,
pause.
You essentially have to tell at this point to survive and live and eat. So the dude began to work with the feds, and the feds began to give him money to give to Big U. He's on camera paying Big U $1,000 of his extortion fee, $1,500 of his extortion fee, $1,000. And then it got to a point around 2023 where I guess Big U was sort of understanding the feds were investigating him. So then his homeboy began to accept the money on his behalf. Robinson accepted numerous weekly payments on behalf of Big U, according to the officials. And all of this, by the way,
let's go back 4 months. Shit. No jumper. Oh, God, man. This shit is funky. Funky. It says it's Brick Baby, co-conspirator number 4 in Lil Durk's murder, for hire case. This is crazy right here.
Then as soon as we get done, Wax starts aggressively texting me and Remo saying, hey, they got Durk too. We're like, who's your source? He's like, I can't say exactly. And so we held off on posting it.
You know who the fuck his source is. Go ahead.
I don't. I'm not 100% sure.
We know.
The feds?
Go ahead.
You tell me.
Yes.
Oh, I was different than I thought.
You said the feds. I said yes. Go ahead.
So you think he's directly communicating with them?
If he can't tell you who the source is, and he know they picked up Durk, nigga 2 seconds after they pick him up. I mean, you tell me. I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of people that could have potentially told him, right?
I thought it was Flacco.
Hey, what I'm
Self-snitching at his finest.
trying to tell you is he always has the jail content first. Just continue.
But,
I'm not trying to
the
prove
funny
him a
thing about
snitch.
that is that we're all talking about it in the No Jumper group chat, having the conversation.
They're gonna fuck around and grab Adam ass too.
Of should we post this or not, even though it's just a rumor, we don't really have any evidence to back it up.
Whoa, chat. There's a lot of people that like to see that happen. You know how many people want Adam slot?
Flacco immediately goes to his Twitter and starts acting like he has an inside source that told him for sure.
If Adam go to jail, they're gonna put Kool-Aid on his lips.
I'm like, you're just using the source that I'm putting out there, and I'm making it clear that we don't know if we 100% believe in it.
Rebo in the long way case.
He doesn't give
They get hold of this Adam 22. They put strawberry lipstick on him.
Fuck, he just sends that
Rebo
shit.
just puts the shit up.
Yeah.
I mean, some of his shit is up to date, but
Is WAC 100 CI number 1?
Wow.
Because it says CI number 1 on the paperwork they posted.
Man,
It says it on the news. It said it when the federal government was reading it.
Wait. You didn't hear what 600. I mean, what Big U said in his confession video. He said that 600 is the CI.
Yeah, but how will he know there's only one?
All right, I'm gonna bring it to. Just give me a second. I'm gonna bring it to you so you can see it and see what he says. All right, give me 1 second though.
Said, hey, it was fake news. He's like, shit, it's already up.
No, here's the
I'm
thing,
like,
though,
bro, come on.
Now the fools could use the word allegedly or it would appear as if, you know what I mean? Like,
And
Fred-
I blame these niggas so for the reason that Lil Durk is fake shit going on.
I blame these niggas for Lil Durk being arrested because I believe that this situation is the reason Lil Durk is arrested. Yes, remember when this nigga told on Lil Durk? This little nigga Brick Baby, remember? Because from what the information that we know now.
Wait, I just played it. He said that he snitched on him. He basically said it.
But what we know now, they was trying to set up Quando Rondo, right?
We've been allegedly heard that. Yes.
Okay, so I guess Lil Durk took the bait and
I
did
don't
it
know
for free.
I don't know yet, but we're gonna find out when they unseal this indictment on Brick Baby.
Is this nigga right here the feds though? Is he an agent?
No.
That nigga right there, no way.
He's gonna be a co-conspirator. Yo, listen, they gonna wrap Adam up in this shit.
How you gonna be a co-conspirator when you gonna tell? You can't be no co-conspirator when you gonna rat.
Hold on, hold on.
With this Durk thing in particular, that it's like there's not that much of like a penalty to be received if you do get something wrong, because it's like everyone is just getting shit wrong left and right.
Like Jab. Like nobody knows for sure what the fuck Jab did.
And I'm already feeling bad about my free Durk verse because I threw his ass under the bus. I'm probably gonna have to say sorry if it turns out.
Hold up, for Venezuela, let me just show Venezuela something, y'all. Okay, because Venezuela must have not seen this video.
And I believe that the reason that they went after Big U was because once Donald Trump, once they started doing the audit of the government, and they looked at all the money that was allocated to people, and this nigga right here was one of them. And then your man right here.
Yo, you gotta go on mute. Hold on for a second. Listen to this and then reply.
You might as well go get 600 a whack. These dudes been saying I did shit all year. So what they doing is they go on the internet and these dudes say that I did shit on the internet. Then when you say I did on the internet, they go investigate it. Now you raiding my houses, raiding my shops, raiding all this stuff. And talking about I'm committing crimes and covering up with developing option. What crimes am I committing to cover up with developing option?
Pause
You know
that video. Pause that video. Pause that video and look up his son. Look up his son. NFL player for the Chargers. Look that up. His son was drafted by the Chargers. What do you think? The feds don't know that? That the feds don't know that his son could be washing the money? His son, I think, was the second round draft pick for the Chargers last year or the year before that. His son, Brody. Yes.
Hold on.
Legal NFL money.
I don't think they need his son. They want him.
What? He needed his son to launder the money, homie.
He ain't got nobody he can tell on. There's nobody else he can tell on.
You're bugging, homie. He could tell on man niggas. What?
Who he could tell on?
He could tell on the set. It's like 60 members. He could tell on them.
Hey, Groove, what's up, bro? Can't hear you if you're speaking.
And why is he dry snitching on WAC 100? Why is he dry snitching?
He ain't dry snitching. This is wet.
He is dry snitching because in the shit, he's not saying he's innocent.
This is wet.
He's saying he's guilty because them niggas is telling.
Hold on, let's see if this is dry snitching. Hold on.
Black people problem.
I'm looking at this video as I come in to turn myself in, and I'm disheartened by the fact that they trying to say that I stole something from developing option, or I used developing option as a front. Developing option paid my bills. They paid my house note. They paid.
I told you Trump did that to him.
He talking about the stealing part first, nigga. They talking about you killed a couple of young boys.
Oh no, he's talking about the fact that the feds, the RICO case has to do with money laundering. He's saying that the feds are saying that he took government funded money and turned it into an organized crime. He's saying that they took government money, bro.
Oh no, we understand that part. Hold on. But I just find it weird that he's addressing that first over the schmurders.
The money I made from my as an employee for developing option, I never mixed that with nothing. I didn't manipulate nobody. I didn't steal nothing. We did PPP loans. We did 2 loans.
See?
And that's it, just like everybody else did. I didn't use.
Hey, y'all think he's saying too much though right now?
Hell yeah. His lawyer should tell him, turn that shit off.
No fraud. I didn't get none of fake.
Boy, you're probably driving them.
Names. And one of them we was paying back and one they forgave. You know what I mean? And the other one we attempted for and they didn't give us nothing for it.
He's already talking attempted fraud? What?
Nah, he's not really saying attempt for it. He didn't say
he is, bro.
He didn't say he did it illegally. He's just saying that it was turned down.
Taxes and them coming around telling me I was using developing option as a cover. Cover for what? None of that's gonna be true. None.
Artie, this is way too much. This is way too much.
That's gonna be true. The government putting this big ass picture, they want to arrest 21 dudes. Some dudes I don't even talk to.
I know it's called a conspiracy.
So how the hell you gonna lump me in with all them? But it's all a big picture though.
Yo, man. Your man don't know what a conspiracy is. You don't have to meet your Coco Spider. Don't he know? Out of all people in this country, don't he know?
Stay out of gangs, kids.
He's like confused. Like, what?
Now I'm gonna be sitting in here. It's gonna be years on my life. Then you going to get dudes who I don't even talk to. What they gonna say? You ruining people's lives. I heard it's over 21 people that's been arrested.
Yes.
This shit wrong. I'm looking at all these charges on the news. I'm headed back to LA.
So 21 people's getting arrested, and you gonna blame WAC 100? What?
No, not WAC 100. WAC 100 and 600.
All right, since you're doing the show today, can we put the money line up? You should start doing that on your shows. Put the money line up.
Yeah, the money line.
The over and under. How many people snitch on this case? You should put the money line up. How many years you think he's gonna get, or is he gonna take a plea? No, you should put we should start gambling on these niggas' lives, bro.
Oh God.
And then I'm looking at the people they arrested. How you gonna go arrest people that I don't even talk to? That's a built-in liar right there. You know what I mean? So is that how they gonna work the case? Everybody know I don't f with Kenny. Everybody know I'm Brick Baby. So if you want to arrest certain dude,
it don't matter. They still your co-defendants.
them is a dude, and put
If
them
I
next
was
to
Brick
me.
Baby, I'd have told that
Them
that
is
you
the
said
dudes
that.
you gonna have to call.
Brick Baby probably in the worst position than all of them. From the
As
way
soon as he said he wasn't fucking with me, I'd have told on him because he's not fucking with me.
I ain't gonna lie to you, right? I think that when I look at the paperwork and what I'm seeing so far, it look like, in my opinion, Brick Baby is more fucked than anybody.
They saying he has something to do with Pop Smoke's murder. They saying it.
I don't know what they saying. Let's finish listening to this man talk himself into this.
Turn it against me. Well, ain't no turn against me.
That's a mistake to me. This isn't individual cases y'all are fighting individually. No, this is a RICO, a racketeering. This is a situation.
You must have been reading your mind, Venezuela.
They saying that before the little dudes went up there, Big U was trying to extort Pop Smoke, and since he wasn't there with the payments, he sent them niggas up there. That's what they saying.
Oh, child.
Yes, because he was extorting all out of towners, homie.
All right, let's finish listening to Big U.
Ain't gonna be no real evidence. Ain't gonna do any more crimes and cover nothing up with developing option. Shit crazy. But this how they get you. They get one or two people to say something. Ain't gonna be no real evidence. They can do any one of us. It ain't nobody safe with these dudes. If these dudes feel they want you, how they going around talking about somebody's gonna raid my house before my house get raided? How they there with the police? And y'all sitting there following them. Everybody is supporting them shows and 100 shows and all them shows. And y'all need to, everybody who following them, promoting them, anything. Y'all wrong. Y'all ain't black.
I don't think going after WAC 100 and 600 is smart either, man. From my perspective,
Whoa. Did this
I
man
got
say
love and
I was
respect for Big.
wrong? Whoa. In his case, allegedly, he killed one of the artists in his label, took him on a a high road last appearance, and dumped him on the highway. And I'm wrong?
Damn.
I'm wrong?
Damn. In the desert.
Yes, niggas who got signed to his own label, man. Imagine your manager killing you, bro.
They're over a disc song.
And nigga, you're not even gonna get royalties because he.
And they said, hold up, and they said that he lived in the house with the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy.
Yes, bro, this makes it even more crazy.
You're making this video because you care about the public backlash. You care about how the public is perceiving you. So you're making this video to please your case to the people, not to judge you based on the details coming out right now. Because when people hear your son's best friend got murdered by you, allegedly, you know, that's what the feds are saying. When people hear that, they automatically paint a picture of you. So he's making this video to sort of
his son is Aaron
stop that
Hernandez?
and change the narrative. But you're not going to change the narrative by going after WAC 100 and 600. Because while you're in jail, these are two dudes who are going to be on every podcast, who's going to be on Instagram, who's going to be on Twitter, who's going to be viral, who's going to be getting posted talking about you. And if you're making them even matter or giving them, you know, more incentives to go as hard as they can on you, Brett, and put your name in the dirt, that's not really wise. Now, when he says, yo, they were with the police, he's referring to when 600 drove by his house while his house was being raided. But 600 was not with the police. He was just driving by like anybody else could drive by.
Hey, man. Hey, free Big U, man. You know, it's crazy. I be sliding through the hood like I'm sliding through the hood, right? Just doing my, you know, I always be doing my homework on certain things, right? And I slide by the boy house. They got it all taped off, man. Somebody pray for Big U. Yeah, free Big U, man. They got all his cars taped off. His you know, his whole front window was bashed in. I ride by. I'm like, hold on, cuz, like, what you... Hey, man. It was a break-in? What happened? Operation?
Everything good here, man.
Yes, my nigga, they went after the big time grips. Yes. Yes.
I expect
he went down. You think Whack 100 could be
Oh,
around the corner?
wait. So you happy about them getting locked up?
It said what? Yo, did you post it? It said gang member.
I didn't say anything about gang member.
I'm saying in the news, just in the news, it says gang member. When it pulls up, it don't even say his name in the news. Every time he comes up, it says gang member now. Yes, what do you mean? It said his name is gang member, really. They don't even say his name on the TV. They just say active gang member or former gang member. His name is gang member, bro.
Hey, can we get back? Hey, what up? What up, Gru?
Yeah, finally got my audio. I had to switch use my other phone.
Peace. How you doing?
Yeah, peace and blessings, my brother. How you living?
I'm chilling, man. We trying to sort through this smart.
I'm gonna have to say something because I know certain people who know them. I got homies that are from that neighborhood specifically. You feel me?
What? You put the
I can say this. You feel me? Real talk. Like this is a real fucked up situation. Now, regardless of what I think about, you know what I'm saying, Big U and the rest of them cats, I can say this: the RICO is unconstitutional, and that's the same way they brought down the Bergen crew.
Whoa, my man! Why is it a fucked up situation when niggas is dying around them?
Niggas is dying everywhere, bro. Niggas is dying in Sudan.
Yeah, but they killing them. They just not accidentally.
Hold on, how many are they killing?
From what we know, 2.
Okay, 2. I mean, I'm gonna be real. R.I.P. to whoever done passed. But you feel me? Niggas die every day. I'm just gonna be real about that.
I'm saying, if they're targeting people, those are we call those serial killers in the real world.
No, bro. No, 2 people don't consider no serial killer.
Supposedly.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you this to see where your mind's at. So, how many people are in that organization just in that part of LA? Let me ask you that.
My man, if there's 60 Crips,
I'm asking you that, brother. Can you answer my question, please?
At least I know there's 60 of them.
60? No, it's like 5,000, brother.
That's even worse.
Okay, so hold on. So you mean to tell me out of 5,000 dudes, a lot come from Section 8, impoverished, asked out. A lot of them do good things and go on to help the community and do other shit.
Yo, you sounded like
it was 2 murders. I'm just hold on. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. And it was 2 murders. You feel me? That's a lot of them dudes from over there don't even fuck with Big U and with the rest of them cats. There's a whole lot of division between factions over there.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is if any of them niggas of them 1,000 dudes, if they know about that murder, they should be incorporated.
They don't know about that shit. Niggas don't do that, bro.
Anybody even heard of the murder and was or in the streets or know about the murder and did nothing, they should be part of the conspiracy. Bro.
Niggas don't talk like that no more. The only people who know about something like that is the few mofos who rode down there, had something to do with it, maybe buried and whatnot. All that talking and telling everybody, that don't happen like that no more, bro.
So what's the problem of you taking a stand and saying you're not with him? What's the issue here, bro?
It ain't no problem saying you're not. It ain't no problem saying you're not with him.
Do what Casanova does and denounce it.
Denounce what?
Denounce gang. Do the Casanova, homie. Just denounce it.
No, ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Let me tell you something, bro. And I'm gonna be real. If you're a man all the way. If you join the army, you part of the army from the time 19 till you 99. You don't. Excuse me. Say that one more time.
Did you compare the highest level of military service to a local crime gang?
Well, you know what? You're right. No, my bad. Because my dad was in Vietnam, and he told me about He told me about all the young girls they unalived over there, all the babies, and all the grapes that went on over there.
Yeah, that's all good.
Hold on. No, we're not just talking about there. What about my cousin that just came back over there from Iraq and Afghanistan and told me about similar activities that they was doing on innocent Muslim women? Hold on. See, bro, don't nobody want to talk about that. We want to cry about 2 bodies of guys who we never heard of. Negro, if that dude that died in the desert asked you for $5, I guarantee you wouldn't have gave it to him. Don't act like you care now. Church.
I only care when they slaughter massive amount of people in the name of my freedom. I care, bro.
Massive amounts of people.
I salute your cousin for unaliving hundreds of thousands of children, bro. I salute that man.
Yeah. No. Not him personally. He said that's what he saw.
Well,
so when it was time for him to re-up for his 3rd tour, he didn't do it.
He should have put that work in, because I would salute him if he
working on who? How?
I would salute your cousin if he unalived massive amount of children for my freedom, bro.
No, that's not for your freedom, bro.
Yes, it
Killing
is.
innocent Muslims is not for
No,
your
he's
freedom,
not
bro.
innocent.
No, it
I
ain't.
don't give
No,
a-
it
they
ain't.
would've grew up to be
No, it ain't.
terrorists, homie.
Hey, Mac,
They would've
what
grew up to be bad guys.
them weapons of mass destruction that they were supposed to be in Iraq? Where they was at?
They in somebody's asshole right now that's dead.
Yeah, they was in somebody's brain. It was bullshit, homie.
We should have.
Same
Yo,
thing
my
McNamara did. The same thing Oliver North did. Bullshit,
We
homie.
have to drop.
Well, you know what? Well, you know where he's from. He's from Venezuela. They eat garbage over there.
If they have to drop an atom bomb on them sand niggas, then they have to drop an atom bomb on them sand niggas.
Nah. That so let me. You're not a
Hey,
religious man.
hey, oh wait, you can't be saying that up here.
Yeah, man, that's cold, bro.
That's crazy.
So what
bro.
if they say that about you and your people? Because I'm sure you got people you love, right?
You can't say that up here, bro.
There's a universal law that what happens to one happens to all, bro.
And Negroes, you can't say that.
That's crazy.
They're violating my people's rights every day in America, and I don't hear you clapping your butt cheeks to make them stop.
Make who stop? Who's violating America? Tell me how and who and when. What are they doing to America?
The
And tell me
three
who.
That's what I want to know.
letters in the alphabet that only white people pronounce great. Ice baby, nigga. They coming after my people every fucking day in this country.
What does that have to do with peaceful Muslims?
About clapping your butt.
What does that have to do with peaceful Arabs and sub-Saharan Africans that are Islamic?
Fuck yo.
Hey yo, wait, bro. I gotta take you down, bro. First and foremost, listen. I'm gonna bring you back up, but understand the way they doing those people in Gaza is foul, bro.
Thank you, bro.
What do you mean they was gonna grow up to be terrorists?
All of them? Wait a minute. Hold on, Mac.
They have
go ahead. Go ahead, because I'm finna drop an atom bomb of knowledge when you get through. Go ahead, please go ahead.
They got terroristic bloods, bro. They got
All of
terroristic.
them?
Yes, bro. Even the
Really?
babies, the babies carry bombs and they blood crack.
Oh, let me say this.
I gotta mute him. Go ahead.
Okay. See, bro, this is how uninformed you are. Let me hit you right here, right? So since you say they got it in the blood, okay. Now, who's the head of the Catholic Church? His name would be the Pope. Okay. Do you know there's a Catholic church in Gaza, in Palestine, where the Pope calls every morning? He calls over there to the priest to make sure that they're okay, that they're still alive and still got water and food for their parish.
Yo, my friend, what the fuck they doing there if they dropping bombs on them?
They were there before 1948,
I don't
dummy.
care. So black people was in America.
What do you mean, my friend?
Black people was in America before the whites, and the whites make them get out, make them Indians get out.
Okay.
It's not who was here before. It's who.
So we talking fiction over fact right now. I got
I'm
you.
saying when the whites came to America and told them Indians move along, the Indians moved along, bro. What do you not understand about move along? Get off the sidewalk, move along.
Hey,
they moved
did.
along?
Wait. The Indians did get liquor.
What?
I'm on mute.
40 acres and a mule, fool.
That's good enough. What we gonna give them Gaza fucking Arabs? Give them
Nothing.
niggas some
And
sand.
that's wrong.
Give them some sand, some poppy fields.
Bro, I told you cannot say that word over here, bro. You can't be calling people sand. If you want to say anything about the sand, say sand Negro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm monetized, bro.
That's crazy.
It's a brand you could trust. This guy.
I said sand people. Give them sand people. Give them some opium and give them a running well and get them out of there. Tell them to move along. Move along, bro. What? It's not the first time a black man heard somebody tell him move along, get off the sidewalk. So get off the sidewalk, move along, bro. What's wrong with them sand buggies? They don't get it? They don't get it. How many bombs you gotta drop on them sand buggies?
Wait. Sand what? What you said?
Sand buggies. All right? How many times you gotta tell the camel raps to move along?
See what I mean, bro? See what I'm talking about? That's ignorant as hell, man.
How was it ignorant when they're
That's no, because if hold on, because of your skin tone or your ethnicity, if a whole group of people like the neo-Nazis or the KKK, you feel me, feel the same way about you, it don't matter your politics, your ideology, or how well you can speak English. They coming for your melanated.
They would never come
ace,
for me because
okay?
I'm partly
How they
Jewish.
can't come? Hold on. So you mean to tell me some of those compounds got over 15,000
soldiers. Have you ever seen the training videos on Stormfront on the website? No, you haven't. Because if you did, you would know there ain't nothing you could do if 1,500 of them racist, you know what I'm talking about, whatever they call themselves,
Whoa. Don't be
show
talking
up.
about certain people like that. I'm part
What you gonna
Jewish,
do?
bro. I'm part Jewish. Be easy, homie.
Jew? What are you talking about? These people hate Jewish people. What are you talking about?
Do you hate my type of people?
What are you talking about,
My man,
bro?
if it wasn't for Jewish people, you would have not had rap
Well,
music.
hold on. I said neo-Nazis, bro. What are you talking about?
Every time you talk of neo-Nazis, it offends me.
It offends you?
Yes.
I don't think you're that offended because hold on, bro. When they come to these towns and these cities, you ain't out there, so obviously you ain't that offended.
Why? I told you I'm part Jewish. Why would I be around less than humans? I only need 3,000 of you to help.
Guess what? Then we just had. Hold on. We just had a free town in Ohio that the blacks set up back in the 20s so they could be at peace and do their thing, and they didn't set up their whole little militia because the neo-Nazis, the people that hate your people, worse than they hate me and Mac's people. You feel me?
Don't worry. Sooner or later, we're gonna call that town Tulsa, Oklahoma. Sooner or later.
Nah, ain't none. No. You might want to Google that, homie, because them men and them women are out there. You feel me? With the machine weapons. Hold on, bro. With the carbines, they're making sure the kids get to school. They're making sure that the women and the old people get to work and be able to do their thing. Bro, ain't nothing gonna happen to them, bro.
So what you saying? They like a cult?
They ready. Yeah, bro. They in all black.
Yeah?
Bro, they are
like
a paramilitary organization. It's over 1,000 of them out there armed to the teeth, brother. It's not happening.
What do you mean less than human? I don't get that when you say the church.
Like in the Bible that I read, a certain minority group of people are only here to serve my people. In the Bible that I read, it clearly says it as black and white from the days before Jesus Christ that y'all was gonna be born in the future to be some type of subservient to me. It says it there. It says it in black and white. Before you was fighting for freedom, before they even gave you some freedom, in the Bible, it will predict that once you get some freedom, you're gonna give it back and you're gonna help me with some passive amount of slavery, bro.
So tell me what scripture that is, brother. Tell me the scripture. Give me the book. Give me the chapter. Give me the scripture. What that is, bro.
Are you Jewish?
I'm a scholar of that book.
Are you Jewish?
No, I'm Hebrew, brother. I'm original. I'm not Ashkenazi, bro. Before y'all adopted the Torah and the Babylonian Talmud in the 7th century, bro, my people been Hebrew. What is you talking about?
Bro, you an idol worshiper?
I don't kiss an obelisk like y'all do.
Whoa,
what you saying?
Don't you dare talk
what you
about
saying?
Religion. Are you an anti-Semite?
What you saying? Are you an anti-Hebrew? Are you a fake Jew?
I don't recognize other religions that's not Jewish.
Guess what? See how well that works out. See how well. Hold on. See how well that works out, bro.
You say you don't recognize other religions that's not Jewish.
If it came after Judaism, that's some bullshit, my nigga.
You know what? And I'm gonna tell you something, bro. And I'm gonna give you a quick little history lesson on some truth. Let me tell you something, bro. Under Saladin in the Middle East, this is why the Christians, Muslims, and the real Jews was all kicking it like brothers and sisters chilling. Because
if they fuck with people like you, they're not real Jews, bro.
Oh, hey, you know, bro, if you are real, what you saying you is, bro. You feel me? We on Mars. We're not on Earth. We on Mars. Because you talking a bunch of nonsense, homie. Let me tell you, and I got Ashkenazi friends that are Jewish, and they cool. They don't talk this nonsense like you talking, bro.
They're not confused.
Let me tell you something. Let me hold on for 1 second. Let's because I want to get back to the content real quick. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get back into the subject that y'all was just visiting.
No, your man Adam 22 is the content. He's a real Jew. He only gives black people
begging Big U not to kill
bro.
you.
He only get black people what?
Slave deals. Like me, I'm trying to be a real Jew. I'm trying to offer your man a 360 deal, a contract, music contract, so I can have him in perpetual slavery for the rest of his life. What? I'm trying to help you, brother. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to get you in slavery for the universe. Okay?
All right, shut the fuck up now. Okay, there we go.
Let's see.
It's in the indictment. It's in the indictment that you were saying, don't do this. My wife, my kids in the car. Draws. Don't do this.
That's not a text message.
No, it was a real life conversation. Henley recounted to victim one an incident in which Henley and the Rolling 60s gang members chased down Whack 100, attempting to hurt him. There's 15 to 20 N-words with us with hoodies tied down. I got my hoodie on, all black, tied down.
Saying Big U told the police this?
I believe they have like a recording of him doing this.
Yeah, that's only
Whack 100 is the Jim Jones?
Fire and do that though.
Is he Jim Jones? He sounded like he's Jim Jones.
Hold on. It says that on this shit, it says that Big U recounted to victim one an incident in which Big U and Roller 60s gang members chased down Whack 100, attempting to hurt him. This Big U saying this. This is not Whack.
But what that says is Whack 100 is not the CI. He just.
All right, so why you saying that he okay? But why? Listen, I got my hoodie on, all black, tied down. She like boom. She jumped in the car, paid for. Nah, let's listen to this shit.
What I'm saying is that incident is one of the incidents that spark the RICO case. It sparks it. Not because of CI.
Hold up.
Corroborating the story.
Hold up for a second, Vince. Well, let me look.
It says, who said that?
I mean, it says that this is from 2022 in June or early month before May.
That's him saying that shit, right?
It says though. It was like okay.
Talk to me about what they say I said.
Okay, it was Big U telling somebody else, victim one, that they basically ran down on you and made you beg for.
Okay, so what you got to do, Adam? You got to ask that dummy why he did that.
Probably not going to be able to ask him anytime soon.
Said what he said. Get your facts right, Adam.
No, I'm just reading this. The Trapler Ross just sent me the screenshot, and I'm like, oh shit, Whack 100.
You gotta ask that dummy, and I'm glad he said it like that. You right. I was scared for my life. I didn't do nothing.
It's crazy.
He said he was
the incident that they're referring to is the Novo incident. Now, how the Novo incident works? There's multiple stories. Whack has his view of it. Somebody else have their view of it. Big U has his own view of it. But there's multiple versions of the Novo story. But how the story goes from Big U's and others' perspective is Whack was on stage. They swung at Whack. Whack jumped off stage, like got out the building and went to his car. Big U was saying that when Whack 100 got to his car, that he was there. And Whack 100 was pleading for his life. But again, that's according to Big U. But here is, I guess, commentary on what took place at the Novo incident, like minutes after it happened that night.
Whack 100 got we not put on him. That nigga talk this shit about this his town.
I'm just saying, cuz you talked about every set.
Hold on.
Every guy.
Hold on, y'all hear they verse.
That nigga talked about every gang, every set. Nigga got there, got shocked.
Self-snitching again.
I hope that nigga's in the RICO too, bro. Get some old niggas off the streets,
Nigga's
bro.
officially a buster.
What's your version of it?
My version is, man, Tiny Draws put them mother bombs on that nigga.
Hold on, we ain't doing
that
no
fat
names
nigga needs
now.
to go to jail. He needs to lose weight.
Bro, all these niggas are self-snitching.
We ain't doing no names.
He put them bombs, he got his motherfucking head knocked up.
Yo, and make sure the nigga with the camera gets the license plates too, so we can figure them out.
Bum ass old niggas too.
Y'all hear that?
Hey, listen, he gonna remember the Novo, nigga. If he don't remember nothing else in his life.
Yeah, man. This is not a good example, man. This
All
shit-
right, what we know about RICO cases is niggas take pleas or they go to jail. Over and under 10 years.
From my perspective, imagine how helpful Whack 100 could be, right? Like, if the feds are saying, oh, you made an attempt on Whack 100, like, your Whack 100 could really help your case by saying, nah, we good, bro. Bro, me and Big U, bro, that's just entertainment. Like we good. So, and that would really help your case.
Oh, this nigga is living in La La Land. Yo, Flacco, respectfully, you don't know what's going on.
Nah, he knows what's going on. You think they're gonna tie the Nipsey Hussle death to him?
He just got called out recently for not knowing real street politics.
Do you think they would incorporate
They just called
Shitty
him out.
Cuz? Do you think they would incorporate Shitty Cuz into the Roller 60s and make that part of the RICO case later?
Nope.
All right, hold on. Let me address what Drew said. Yeah, that's a fact. You know, like he don't know what's really going on at all. And
they just called because he said some real goofy type ish recently, and some cats had to kind of check him and let him know, bro, you talking about what you seeing behind a clouded lens. You don't know what's going on. Like, bro, man, on the phone here, this other cat, you said that you thought it was 60 of them dudes. That tells me you really have no idea what's going on in California, on me.
So tell me.
I mean, what basically, bro, what's going on? Like I said, you got a few people that then did something. That's why instead of 5,000 pictures up there, there's only like 15. I'm talking about pictures.
Yo, my man, it could be one person, but
hold
we need
on,
to put all
bro.
of them in jail.
Yeah, hold on. How you gonna know if you talking?
But we
Your
gotta
ears-
put
your
all of
ears
them in
don't-
jail, bro. Even if they're
Say what?
innocent, they should go to jail.
They should go. You should go too. Then
Whoa! I'm not an active.
you should
gang
go.
member.
Yes, you are.
Bro.
You're a gang
I don't
member.
even got tattoos, bro.
What does tattoos have to do with
It
anything,
makes
bro?
you a criminal in the face of the
What
law.
does that have to do? That has nothing to do with it, bro. Hold on. Who was the first people that had tattoos in America?
Don't tell me black people, because they should go to jail if they have tattoos.
See what I mean?
Back in the day,
See,
they would have went to
that's
jail for
ignorant
that,
as
right?
hell, bro.
Back in the
Okay.
day, they would have went to jail for that.
I hear you, bro. Well,
Yeah,
it's gonna be.
it's not
If
lies,
that
it's
hold on. Let's get out of Mork and Mindy land for a minute, bruh.
Sir, that's the answer to the fucking question. God damn, you talk too much. Go ahead, brother.
I want him to tell me if 60 niggas doing crime, the 1,000 of them should all go to jail for even knowing about it.
You know about the crimes being committed on the innocent Palestinians, so you should go to
Hell
jail.
no, those are not.
So you should go to
crimes, bro.
jail.
Those
So
are
you
not
should go to
crimes.
jail.
Those are not crimes. That's
You should go to
ethnic
jail. Hold
cleansing,
on.
bro.
If nuns and priests praying in church and feeding people, if
You
they're
wanna
criminals too,
compare
then you should go to
holy
jail.
people to
Bro, you
street-
better be careful what you're saying, bro. The Most High is watching. You
I'm
better
confused.
repent and
I'm
ask for
confused. When you
forgiveness,
go to
bro.
heaven,
I'm
you
serious,
compare
bro.
the gang
I'm dead
members to the
serious,
nuns?
bro. I'm
You
dead
compare-
serious. And
Bro,
I'm gonna tell you
you
something
just-
else too. I'm gonna tell you something else, homeboy. You feel me? You're talking a lot of yin yang, bro. It's like nonsense. You might want to check yourself because
You're
it's
comparing gang members to nuns
gang members to nuns.
or to priests. You trying to incorporate them like, yo, but
But
if a
but hold on,
priest
no.
did
But you said those guys who just happen to live in that neighborhood that so-called know about stuff, which they probably have no knowledge of. Well, I'm asking, you know about what the IDF is doing to the Palestinians. So
No,
since
no,
you
what
know
I'm trying
about
to
it,
say is-
and
hold
hold on,
up.
you support it. So that's what I'm saying. So then, if those nuns and priests aren't innocent and what's going on, you should go to jail, right? You should go to jail.
No.
Yeah,
What
you
I'm
know,
saying
by
is,
your logic, you should.
I'm
Men
trying to get
use
you
logic.
It's weird. It's weird. It's weird because Israel hates Venezuela.
I know.
No.
That's hilarious.
Israel hates nobody except some sandoogies that don't want to get off their property.
That's funny, bro.
All right. And
This internet
second of
got
all,
people really
yes,
courageous.
I want all them gang members to get the freak out of them apartments so we can give those apartments to people who's gonna pay.
He's talking nonsense. Let me take him down for a second. He's real courageous. He just, you know what it is? It's that what they call it in Spanish, perico. It's drugs.
That cocaine.
Yeah, he's wild.
I'm on drugs, but the highest percentage of drug users in America is black people. But I'm on drugs.
Who told you that?
Those are FBI statistics.
Okay, tell me, what are the statistics, brother? Tell me this.
Well, the
Let me ask
statistic
you.
is that 87% that you are most likely to get killed by a black man in your own community
Okay.
than you would anywhere else. in the
So
world.
what color are you, brother? What color is your skin?
My skin color is Jew.
Your skin. So we could look at you and say, "Oh, look, there's Ben Shapiro's cousin."
No,
Hell
you can look at me and
Hell
automatically know I'm a Jewish man.
You sound melanated as hell, bro. Stop the cap.
Bro, my skin color is Jew.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I'm united by a religion, not by no skin color.
And let me ask you a question. What is that piece hanging on your chain in your profile picture, bro?
That's a sign of blasphemy.
Dummy.
Says here.
I ain't never in my life seen any Hasidic, Orthodox, or none of that walking around with the image of Christ, which the Catholics and the Orthodox Eastern Church, the Russians, the Orthodox Greek, and several other denominations, they all rock it and represent Jesus Christ.
Give me 1 second, bro. I'm gonna give you the floor in 1 second. American Indian or Alaska Native, 36.1%, or multiracial people, 34.6%, were more likely, including Venezuelans, I guess, to have used illicit drugs in the past year, compared with Black or African Americans at 24% and whites at 22%. Hispanic or Latino, 19%. Everybody share the blame with this one. Fake news again.
Well, you
Can
got
bring
those
it back
numbers,
up just
but
for a
the
sec?
FBI said
The
something
stat?
different. You heard?
Okay.
FBI webpage. Don't
what's
be
the
looking
second
at
group?
Google.
Hold on, brother. Hey, brother Venezuela Reyes. What is the second group of people? What does that say? Yeah.
I'm none of those people. It
That's
don't
what
say
you,
nowhere
bro. You
near
ain't
Jewish.
multiracial. Get
Where
out of
does it say
here.
Jewish?
You multiracial so and so. Get out of here,
I don't.
bro.
Yo, bro, when I go to work and I gotta check a box, it says Jewish on it.
We don't care about a box. We care about what you look like.
I look like a Jew.
You look like Babalu. Stop it.
I look like a Jew.
No, you don't look. You don't look like that, bro.
You know what that piece on my neck is a trophy. It's a trophy for the bodies I caught. That's a body right there, homie.
Oh, a body.
That's a
so
body.
now you gangster. Lock him up. Where's the RICO?
I wasn't around
Lock
for that
him up.
conspiracy.
Lock
I
him
wasn't
up.
around for that murder. You heard? Them niggas, I think they done. But that right there, that's a trophy to prove.
I have never heard a person that claims to be of your lineage speak the way you do, sir. You are a Venezuelan Iga that starts with an N.
Every
Hard
time
on
you
the
see
ER.
that trophy, I want your people to cry so they can see what can happen to you if you get out of bounds.
You can only do it on the internet, tough guy.
Get out of bounds.
I'm gonna be honest with you. In the street, I wouldn't even hit you. I promise. I would slap the piss out of you and put you in the
if you
skirt.
slap me in the street, bro,
I would
that's a
slap
hate
the
crime.
piss out of you and put you in the
That's a hate
skirt.
crime. You would never dare.
And guess what? And when you know what? No, I'm sorry. You're right. And when I get out of jail, I would wait till you heal up, and I come do it to your monkey ass again.
And when you
I go back to
you're in
I
jail,
go
the
back to
lawyer-
jail.
the lawyer
I go
who's
back to
supposed to
jail, and when I
defend
get
you-
out, I'll come do it to your monkey ass
black
again.
man,
I
let
would
me
wait
tell
till
you-
you heal up first. No, I would wait till I would let you heal. I'm a compassionate man.
Yo, black man, let me show you some racism.
like-
the judge in your case.
The ego is getting in the way. You're going at people, going in, and the same people who essentially
One second, I'm gonna bring you right back up.
have your life in their hands. Because if they really wanted to get filed, they could get filed, bro. Right now, I know Whack 100 enough to where I know Whack 100 would never, in my perspective, Whack would never take the stand or testify. But if you dealing with somebody spiteful enough,
Yeah, I just ran into emergency. I gotta get ready to get up out of here, man. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Salute the groove, salute to Venezuela. You know what I'm saying? Love the entertainment. I gotta go right now. All right. Salute.